What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video, another day, another dollar. We're going to be breaking down the futures contract per usual. We're going to be looking at our 30-minute time frames just briefly, as it was a choppy session, not really a whole lot there. A couple trading opportunities in ES, not very many. Basically just fading the edge or the extreme. Extreme on the high and then the edge on the low end. And we've created a wide point of control. Not a whole lot as far as the trades went for me today on the ES. Actually, I didn't trade a single time frame within the ES. Actually traded NASDAQ pretty much most of the day. And I posted a video earlier today, just kind of showcasing a trade that I had taken. I was, out on initially, but believed in, excuse me, but believed in the analysis that I had in my head, kind of the thesis that I was going with, and the fact that we had a wide point of control below and was looking for this market to at some point come in and get back to around that 1650 level. Now we did just that and came in much more than just 1650. And the only other opportunity you had was buying whenever we had this quick liquidation break against the opening. That would have been the other trade that I took. I thought about it, but did not take that trade, as I was up pretty good on the day. Closing out the day, 447.14 on the day. 5 winning trades, 2 losing trades, 71% win percentage. Cannot complain about that. I mean, $447 on the day. The market is still going. The market is still open, and we are still trading, or the market is still trading. But I'm done for the day, so I figured I'd get a head start on this video. The trade that I took in the NASDAQ was initially in this time frame at 11:30, and it was fading the extreme, looking for us to come back in and stop the one time framing up at the time. And if you want to know more about that trade, just go back and look at the video I posted earlier today. You should see it on my channel if you want to see how that trade worked out. And obviously, I didn't hold it near long enough. Otherwise, I would have been reaping, the benefits of that trade. We did eventually come down to that 144 simple moving average that I had said that I wanted to get down to. I ended up taking off part of my trade around the 66 level instead of holding it all the way down to the 144, which would have been a really good out. And obviously we continued down and further below that. But back to the primary thing that I keep up with, which is the ES. Today was a very choppy session. I did not do a whole lot as far as the trades go. We got the overnight high just initially, or just by a very, very small margin, and then stretched it, and E period got the overnight high, and then H period got the overnight high, and tried to stretch our range just a little bit further, but just could not quite get away from this 64 area, where we have a 12 wide point of control. And for those of you that don't know what a profile looks like, I'm about to pull up Paul Asmar, his stream right now, and this is what you get whenever you join his trading room. You get to see what the profile looks like, and right now you can see how we're 12 wide right there at H's low. So if you guys want to learn more about the profile, or join a very supportive community and have a great mentor, join Paul Asmar's trading room, camelbacktrading.org. Go check that out. All right, but enough about that. Today basically there's not anything to lean on. We only have that 12 wide point of control sitting at H's low, which is right there at 64.75. We had an attempt. I'm basically including the last 2 trading days, Friday and Thursday, as one day, and it was an inside day, and we failed at an inside day down. We actually gapped down today, filled that gap really quickly early on, and then just chopped around. I mean, basically all day. We got near the previous day's low, or Friday's low, could not fill that one tick gap on the downside. Whenever we pushed down earlier around that 56 level, could not quite take that out. So just not a whole lot there to review. So let's go ahead and mark today's high. We'll go ahead and mark today's high at 45.70. That is going to be our high day. And then we'll briefly look at the larger time frames once we finish marking up these destinations here for you guys. We have the 12 wide point of control here at 64.75. 12 wide point of control. Boom. Actually, I should probably date that just in case for future reference. We don't come back to it until next year. You never know. And then we have today's low of day as of right now at 55.50. I'm not really expecting this market to go make a new high or a new low on the day, considering how choppy and slow the day has been. If we do, then obviously you guys will need to update that on your end. Low of day 11:27:23. There you go. Alrighty, so there you guys have it. There's our destinations for tomorrow's trading day. Hopefully we'll have a little bit more range and extension, a little bit more conviction on which way this market really wants to go. Today was a very choppy session. Friday was a choppy session. Wednesday was a choppy session. And Tuesday was a rather choppy session. We've pretty much just been playing in the upper distribution from that big trend day up that we had on Monday of last week, right? That upper distribution basically being this range right in here. We've pretty much just been piling in volume within that 70 to 55 range. So in a 20-point range, we've just been consolidating, trying to figure out which way this market really wants to go. Now, keep in mind, we do have this gap on the upside that starts at 80.50 and fills at 91. So we do have a gap on the upside on our daily that fills, and we so far is holding. So about 11 more points left to fill on that gap. Now, on the downside here, we have that one tick gap. The question is, what gets filled first? So tomorrow, if we open up below this 12 wide point of control at 45.64.75, take out the day's low at 55.50, we will most likely fill that gap at 54.75, and then you have nothing until 45.49.25, which is a 10 wide point of control back from the 21st, and then you have nothing until the 45.37.75 level. I think I'm going to say that this market is in a firm balance. I'm going to use Tuesday's low as the bottom end of that balance, and then Wednesday's high as the top of that balance. So from 45.80.50 down to 45.37.75. So basically a 50-point trading range is going to be our balance area. So you can expect a whole lot of this jargon right here, right? A whole lot of this mess until we come out of this one way or the other, right? So, ooh, that's ugly. So let's go ahead and look at the larger time frame and get you guys out of here. So right here we have the daily, and you can see where we have the gaps at, right? You can see that we have this larger gap on the upside that gets filled at 91. How we pushed up into it last Wednesday, could not do anything. And then we have this larger gap on the downside where the 20-day moving average is now resting inside of that gap at 44.50.84. So right in that range is where we are potentially targeting for the short side. One thing I want to note is whenever I take away all this stuff, right? Okay, look here. Look at what I'm about to highlight. This whole area has been a very, very difficult space. Okay? Been a very difficult time trading in this 45.60 level. Okay? We were here way back in August. We got near it in September. We were there in, still September. And then we, after September, what day was that? September 14th, we just rolled over and set lows on the year, right? Not new lows, but came down pretty aggressively, got below the 200-day moving average. Look at where we're at and look at where we're doing a lot of consolidation. So this either means A, we are finding acceptance of price up here and we're going to continue to push up and get into this upper area and set new highs for the year, set yearly highs, or we're going to eventually roll back over and potentially fill up some of this downside gap and poor structure. So this triple top area is kind of where I'm keeping my eye on. It's been a very difficult time for us up here. So anybody establishing swing long positions, if we take out Tuesday's low of 37.50 or 37.75, watch out, because this market could really start to liquidate to the downside, in my opinion. Now, let's go ahead and update our daily balance. Let's go ahead and get this looking right for you guys, so we can reference it even more so in the future. So this 80.50 is now going to be our balance high. Okay, I'm going to thicken this up a little bit. So that is going to be our balance high. And then our balance low is now Tuesday's low of 37.75. Okay, 37.75 will be the balance low right there. Boom. All right. So inside of our daily balance, you can expect an absolute whole lot of chop until we come out of it one way or the other. We are either going to come out of this to the upside, or we're going to continue to do what we're doing right now and come out of this to the downside, right? Or we can continue to do this whole number and consolidate inside of this range, right? So keep that in mind going forward. We are now in a trading range, basically a channel, however you want to look at it. Balance is how I look at it. So your next target on the downside would be those destinations I gave you on the 30-minute time frame. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have a wonderful day. We'll catch you guys in the next one. And yeah, have a wonderful day.